You're right. Welcome back to another video, you guys, and in this video we are going to be looking at some more weird and wonderful things on the internet, the series where I pick something weird or wonderful on the internet and just look a bit deeper into it. And today's topic is bronies. Before we fully get started with everything, I would just like to say please do leave a like and subscribe for more. My last weird and wonderful things that I did was amazing. It got such a great response and I'm hoping to get that same impact for every weird and wonderful things that I do. But I am planning to make a series of this. But how has your week been? Mine's been okay. As of making this video, I've been scammed. Again. If you guys didn't know, I play a game called Rocket League and I'm so annoyed with myself. I've got into the trading community there and then this guy, he offered me something that was amazing and it was too good to be true. I had like 40 people messaging me for other trade offers and then I just caved and I was like rushing around because I wanted to make sure I could trade with everyone before obviously I made this video. But then making this video was delayed by like an hour because this guy, he took half of the stuff that I was willing to give and he just walked off with it. He just left with quite a lot of stuff. I'm annoyed at myself. It's my own fault, but God, it annoyed me. Anyway, some other news, the new iPhones. What do you think of it? Loads of people are saying that the new iPhone, like the iPhone X, is ridiculous, it's preposterous. How dare they release something so expensive? It is for the Apple freaks who will go that extra mile to have that. And it is the anniversary of their phones, so it's understandable. I'll be honest myself as well, I absolutely love iOS 11. I love just this. Is it gonna focus? I can't seem to get it properly in focus. But the new control center and the new notification center, I think it's amazing. I love it. It just looks a lot cleaner, like it was meant to be. And oh, it's just lovely. Anyway, back to the meaning of this video. Bronies! Let's have a look at the meaning of the word brony. Bronies are adult men who sincerely love the show and aren't afraid to admit it. Many people are baffled, even angered by the brony culture. Many people are baffled, even angered by the brony culture with their love and appreciation for My Little Pony. Bronies are challenging our perception of gender roles, which may be more fluid than previously thought. Bronies supposedly have been split into two categories. We have the passive bronies who care about the opinions of others and just watch the show because they like it. The show, by the way, if you didn't guess, was My Little Pony. I think I quoted that before, but still, they love My Little Pony. So the passive ones, they care about people's opinions, they don't go overboard when like somebody says they don't like it or they don't see the point in it. And then there's another type called Nazi bronies, and these are who are obsessed over it. They turn unrelated characters into ponies and they spam all sorts of websites with brony pictures and pictures of boys and men dressed as ponies, and it's got so bad that there's had to be anti-brony groups. I don't even think that should be necessary. I don't think that anti-brony groups are that necessary. Yeah, even here, it doesn't matter if they are straight, gay or bisexual. The My Little Pony show franchise is made for all genders and ages. The show is not typically given a hype to the male gender due to its lack of masculinity. Well, that's a joke, isn't it? That's a bloody big joke. I kind of agree with that. Well, I do and I don't. The masculinity side, not so much. I don't see the appeal of it. It is a kid's show. I mean, I watch Pokemon and, you know, there's just as many female fans as there are male fans of that, even though that's aimed at boys. So I suppose it's the same principle applied there. It's just somebody with an appreciation for a TV show, regardless of what they are or what they look like. But then you also get people like this in the brony committee.
Michael and Andrew are going to leave this.
Okay.
I totally vote.
Let's be quiet!
We're not singing. Alright, ready? Go.
I used to wonder what friendship could be. Until you all shared its magic with me. My little pony. You know you're all my very best friend.
They will happily go into public and express their opinions out and about, which is great for confidence for them. But at the same time, it's a bit unnecessary. That's like me walking out of somewhere saying, I love Disney. because it's irrelevant and it's just stupid. You're disrupting the public. They don't need to know that. And you know, some of them go out their way with these little communities. They go out in public, they start singing the My Little Pony theme song and stuff, like the clip I've just shown you. And it's amusing as it is to people who aren't in that community. Like, I'm trying not to offend people because I try to look at these situations open-mindedly as possible. But I just find that a bit disruptive, I guess. You get people who dress up as bronies, you get people who just watch the show, you get people who would even go as far as to live as a pony, which is mental. Oh, a better word for them is a super fan of My Little Pony, where they're just literally obsessed with it and they won't watch anything else, and it's sprouted mostly from 4chan as well. Some little facts I've prepared for you here is that the demographic of bronies is predominantly but not exclusively male, but 4 out of every 5 bronies are male. So it's clear that the Brony committee, obviously bro referring to brother and then Oni referring to pony, Brony, makes more sense. So it would make more sense that bronies are, you know, will have more men because it is aimed at the male gender. While many people think that the demographic is for teenagers, it's actually an average age of 21 years old for the brony community. God, I'm 20 at the end of this year, I'm near that. Over half the bronies are from the United States, with no other country even making up 6% of the brony population. America! What are you doing? Interesting. The percentage of bronies from the US has dropped 6% from 2013 to 2014, which means that the phenomenon is spreading beyond North America. Oh no. This one made me laugh because I don't know how they have asked it. I don't know how they've gone about finding this one, but 1 out of every 4 bronies has been in a relationship in the past year. I don't know how true that is, but I found that way too funny. Like, just, it can't be true. But then again, when you look at it, the weird side of it is the fact that it's a show aimed at little girls. Not trying to be gender specific or anything, but it is. The demographic for My Little Pony is young girls, like from the ages of, you know, 3 to like 12. Anything in that range, My Little Pony is aimed for. Again with this one as well, I don't understand the relationship side to stuff with the brony community, but the largest percentage of bronies have never been married, while less than 1% of the group have formerly been married but now divorced. Married individuals only make up around 5% of the group. How do they know this? Have they asked every single brony? It's a bit annoying. Little fact about the United Kingdom though, the UK and Russia make the biggest population of bronies in Europe, with Germany beginning to grow as a brony hub. Germany, getting down with the bronies, yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. The most isolated brony in the world is the lone brony in Fiji, nearly 2,880 miles from fellow bronies in Australia. The lone brony. Only about 1/3 of the bronies' parents have been divorced, when an even smaller percentage of having a parent died, so perfect marriages cause bronies. You baby your kids too much, it causes bronies. It's like a disease. That was satire. Promise. Nearly 10 bronies are active members of the military. They're defending our countries. I've got respect for that. What's the best way to watch My Little Pony? YouTube. It's everywhere on YouTube, and that is why some brony channels are really popular. Like, for views sake anyway. Maybe not subscribers, but their view count is way up there, which I think is amazing. Same with the ABDL video, or Abdul as I called it in there. The community itself kind of supports each other, which is great, but in my opinion it is too weird. I can kind of understand where they're coming from because I like Pokemon and all things like that, but I feel like Pokemon is kind of aimed at a much bigger age range. I feel like that they're trying to be something that they're not, and sometimes it may just be a cry for attention, because if you say that you're a brony, all the attention gets fired at you, then that's it. because it's just a big meme now, isn't it, being a brony? It's just one big meme. 90% of the time, in the memes anyway, it's an overweight guy, about 30 years old, horribly made beard, mustache, whatever, greasy hair, and you know, wearing a My Little Pony t-shirt or a wig, dressed like a pony, and it's just a bit do you know what I mean? You know, some of them have been known as well to have mental disabilities, and I didn't want to say anything really on this video about that, but I kind of want to justify some of them a little bit, because sometimes that is always the case. There's just something not mentally right with them. So I'm not saying go out your way and attack a brony or anything like that. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't attack anyone for whatever they like, because they're not hurting anyone. God, it's just weird. No disrespect to bronies here, but it's a crap show. Like, and no disrespect to anyone who likes the show in general. Like, it's not very good. It's not the best show out there. But if you like it, that's fine. I know not all people like Pokemon, and some people could even say the same about me liking Pokemon. So at the same time, I understand and I have respect that you have passion for the show, and the fact that you're willing to express that, I think, is quite brave at the same time. I think all the things that you do in public are just a bit, I wouldn't if I were you. If you're one of those that will happily go out in public and, you know, sit in the middle of a restaurant like in the clip that I shown and kind of just sing out loud the theme tune and stuff, yeah, people will be smiling and laughing along, but they're not laughing along with you, they're laughing along with each other at you. Like, it's drawing the wrong attention to yourself, and that's just my advice anyway. It was quite an old clip. Obviously the community's changed a lot now. It's kind of hard for me to do an open-minded look on it when I already have a kind of set opinion. If I scrap my set opinion aside, I would say that it's a nice community, but in my personal book this is getting a big W for weird. Not so wonderful. That is it for today's video though, you guys. It's a bit different. I feel like my ABDL video was a little bit better than this one, but that is only because I actually had an interview and stuff with this one. I tried getting in touch with a few brony channels, but they didn't want to know. So it was very hard for me to get a proper insight to the community. I will happily do a part 2 to the brony one if I can secure an interview. You know, overall, it's not a terrible community, but I feel like they are heavily judged for the wrong reasons. They're accused of being paedophiles and things like that, which is wrong, because they're not. They just like a show. But at the same time, the show is made for little kids, and some of them do pretend to be ponies, and it's just a bit meh. So as I said, I'm giving it a big W for weird, but that's it. It's done. Thank you so much for watching the video, you guys. Please leave a like and subscribe for more, and enjoy your Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, and I'll see you next Friday.